guys, it's Nice from the Nightosphere, and welcome back to the first tree. Now, like the last episode, guys, which was like last year, oh my gosh. Well, the last episode, everything was like crazy, okay? Our baby, one of our kids, just got freaking killed by a wolf, guys, and I'm not having that. I really want to finish this story. I think that we're towards the end of it. It's been long overdue, so let's just sit down, hush up, and blast up, and let's get right into this. Ooh.
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
I have to say that this game is so beautiful. Oh! I'm just going over here. Okay. This game is so beautiful. Like the music, the atmosphere of it is just, it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Oh my gosh.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself. I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed-out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared? I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way, except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you. Life got worse and worse, and at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words.
I wonder what she found. Perhaps her mom's old diary? I don't know.
I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling, of the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly, and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you.
The feels, you guys. The feels.
You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years, and we'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
I feel like when it comes to Joseph, it's just like he knows that he's broken, like in some ways, that he knows that he is afraid that he couldn't be like the best father that he could be, especially like when it comes to, you know, raising his own family, because he just doesn't want to reflect like the way his father was. And I get that, how some people, they feel like they don't want to repeat the past mistakes of, let's say, their parents. And I mean, if that's the only thing like you've known, it probably will just repeat just a little bit, but you can break the mold no matter what situation it is, even if it's like drugs or just something that you're not so proud of. That's happened in your life. Know that like you're not alone in any situation, even if you feel like you're about to give up like in life and you feel like nobody could understand you or what you're going through. Just know that there is always going to be somebody who's in a similar situation as you, that you don't have to fight the battle alone. And I think that's why I really like the first tree, because not only that, it doesn't have to be something so traumatic and be like, oh, I lost my entire family or something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be so traumatic, but it's more on the lines of being very relatable and just overall like trying to captivate the audience on stories that has happened to people, to real people, and just because that maybe your story isn't so sad or melancholy or anything like that doesn't mean that's not important. Like, your story is important, and that's one of the reasons why that, like, this game is so great. Besides, like, the atmosphere and, like the music and all, it's beautiful in its own way. I haven't actually played a game like this in a while. Even before I started YouTube, I haven't played a game so surreal, so relatable, and heartwarming as this one. Like, yeah, every game is different, and it has its own impact on people, which I get. But I really do think that, like, with the first tree, it opens its eyes to the gamer and to the other, like, to the people who are watching it. And I fell. And, like, to the people who are actually, like, watching it, like, from other YouTubers. Just as really, it's more of like a calmer pace. Like, you're not fighting, you're literally just going through a story. And I think that's fine, because you don't always have to have, like, fights or having to survive or anything like that. Like, a game doesn't always have to be like that. A game can tell a story, and that's what we need more of. Is we need more games that can tell great stories.
Knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the jade valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
I think I made a big oopsie. I don't think I was supposed to fall from there. I think I was supposed to be up there. Well, guys, we just make our own way. We don't follow the rules. We just make our own way. Glad I didn't die. I don't think you can actually die in this game. But now that makes sense. The first tree where life began, he's talking about going back to his old home. Like, that's where he was. That's where life started for him. I mean, technically life started, like, before then, but, you know. We're just talking about, like, where he had his most memories at. And can I get this? Can I get this? Oh my gosh. If I can't get this on this try. I got it. Okay. I'm satisfied. I feel like there could have been more story stuff up there. But hey, it's alright. We're not doing a completionist gameplay. Hopefully. Oh, there's a thing. Let me go get this.
At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast and got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture. And he also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for, even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with.
He was going through college and trying to find, like, a good school to get into for architect, I believe. And I know how that is, how difficult it truly can be. I don't know why I'm going up here. I'm just trying to look for, like, story stuff.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day, he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
Well, okay, I'll be fair. To be fair, I don't think, like, I understand grief makes you do crazy things. Like, when someone's grieving, they're in this rut, and it varies from different people. Some people, they just learn to bottle it up and pretend that it never even happened. That's some people. Other people would just, they grieve in their own ways. Sometimes they don't eat. Sometimes they just get so delved into the work and try not to think about it. And honestly, the way his dad kind of like approached it, saying that he needed to be a man, not basically not go to college, I will have to say that was a selfish decision. But I can understand like his view, like the dad's view of saying, hey, you needed to carry on the family's tradition and the legacy and all that. But it still wasn't fair to Joseph because he wanted to be able to go to college. He wanted to like choose his own path.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. He didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Another thing that we tend to do is take people for granted. We believe that, oh, they're always going to be there for me. And the reality of it is no. People are not going to be there for you forever. People die. People move on. And people leave. It's sad to say, but that's truly what happens. Even if they do want to stay there and they want to be there for you, that's not what happens. People just tend to... Time is what happens to people, and sometimes people can't stand the test of time. Oh, goodness. I think this is it. That is a huge tree. That has to be the first tree. That has to be. I thought that back in, like, chapter 1 or something, that was, like, the first tree, because it was, like, all glowing and everything. But, I was wrong. I was gravely mistaken. Oh my god. Are you serious? My baby is... Boy, I'm gonna jack you up.
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
What? That's it? The first tree awakens and a gentle asks if there is one last message the fox wants to tell her children. She replies back and says, what? I can't type it! Why can't I type it? What? No! Can I not type? Oh, I can type. Oh my gosh. I was about to be like, what the heck? Wait, I only have this many words to say? No! I don't know what to say. I'm put on the spot, you guys. What the heck? Alright, I got it. So, it says the first tree awakens and gently asks if there is one last message the fox wants to tell her children. She replies back and says, you faded before me like the dying sunset, but I will never forget how your light touched me. Yup.
I guess her journey was over, but I have no idea. It was only a dream, a distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow. but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
What? What? I'm playing as Joseph? What? What is this? Oh, hi, Rachel. What? I'm confuzzled. I'm not sure if I should do another part or not. Alright, so, I think, let me just go over here. Can I? Oh, don't wake up. Just gonna. Alright, so this is our humble abode. Can I touch stuff? Can I knock stuff down like a cat? Can I turn on lights? It's kind of dark in here. Turn on the light. Guess I can't. Okay, so that's the outside. What about over here? Oh, hello, it's the kitchen. This kind of reminds me of Visage. Because it's so dark. Are we moving? Are we moving in? Or are we moving out? I don't know. Looks like we are moved in? Possibly? I want to say we are. It's kind of dark, like on my screen. So if I need to like adjust the lighting, then I will while I'm editing this, but I can't change anything right now. What is this? Okay. It's a deer. Alright, well, it's a buck. I don't know. It could be a stag. Let me just close this. Alright. Bye, Rachel. If somebody comes to the house, just tell them, no, thank you. And then just like, I don't know, do stuff. I don't care. Oh, what the heck? Oh, so we are expecting a baby. Could be guys, I think it's gonna be a girl. Awesome. So we are expecting a baby, so I should not be leaving Rachel here by herself. But I am, because I'm an irresponsible father. Alright, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I had to actually look it up. Like, I had to look it up because I didn't know where to go. I legit did not know where to go. I had to look up this particular part because I was like, what the heck? Alright.
What the hell?
Wait, come back! Come back, Fox! You're from my dreams! Oh my gosh, come back here! Shouldn't I be, like, more cautious running downhill like this? I could stumble and, like, fall and tumble to my death. To my death, people. I can't talk. Away from home. My wife is gonna be worried about me. Oh, a river. Guys, Fox is gonna be leading me to the river. Probably can't swim. Oh my gosh, slow down. Jeez. You're so much faster than me. Slow down. This place can be a shelter if you let it. Oh, my heart. Wow. That was such a good game. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Mr. David. Oh, it was so good. Wait, that was you and your wife? What? I didn't know that was you and your wife. Oh, snap. That was so good. That was, oh my gosh. That gave me chill bumps at the end. Oh my goodness. All of you guys are amazing, and it was such a joy and a pleasure to play your game. Ah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I hope that you can make more games like this. Ah, this was amazing. Such a good game. Well, guys, that was the first tree. I know it took me like way too long to actually finish the game. Like, it took me over a year, but it was absolutely amazing. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was so atmospheric. The music was amazing. The story was phenomenal. Like, it doesn't even have to be something like, oh, all this fighting and gore and blood flying everywhere. It doesn't even have to be like something like that. It could just be a really good story. This story, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Oh my goodness. And oh my goodness. I would play this again if I could. I actually would want to play it again, just for the story. Just for the story. And I could have, like, I wonder if I gotten, like, all the stars, I could have written something longer. At first I thought, I wonder if I would get an achievement. Maybe there's a hidden ending. I don't even know. But if you guys like this video, please leave a big fat thumbs up. And thank you so much for going through this journey with me of watching and playing The First Tree. Thank you so much, dreamers. And I will see you, dreamers, in the Nightosphere. Bye, guys.